Good morning. My name is Marco with Latinos for Trump. And I was watching the news this morning, and my experience with violence in 1996, when I first came to this country. I had been here for about 4 years, and my brother was shot at a quinceañera. He survived, but in those times we had in the Hispanic we had the norteños and the sureños, and we had Hispanics killing Hispanics, brothers killing brothers, and I saw 12 people got shot at this quinceañera. I saw one guy died right next to me, and I still remember. My brother was shot with a shotgun, very close, like 100 pellets went inside him, and he survived. But the trauma of being in that shooting, for me, was pretty big, and I couldn't understand for a long time why this pride killings. And this was because one of the norteños had done something to one of the sureños, and vice versa, and that thing went on for a while. All the drive-by shootings here in California were very common. And now I see this going on, and I see the Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, and all that. And I'm gonna try to be as objective as I can, but the narrative of only paying more attention to the Black Lives Matter, it's not very conducive for society, I think, because what's going on is you have this mentality of anarchism, and anarchism is when you total resistance to authority. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but in the last 10 years, as I was integrating into the culture, all I heard was about discrimination. And Hispanics and blacks are being discriminated by the white people, and discrimination. That word was in every government application. It was always brought up. It was on the news. That word was in everybody's mouth for a long time. I have not heard discrimination at all in the last 5 years. I think that word disappeared from the map. That's not the narrative anymore. It's not about me being discriminated. Now it's racism. I can't even pronounce the word. Now people think that my brain thinks differently because of the color of my skin. And not so much the white people. It's my people that think with their color. I don't blame white people. I blame me. I blame ourselves. I blame the people that alienate themselves. The people that isolate themselves from reality. The people that are trying to be the victim. The people that look for somebody to blame. Oh, it's because of this. It's because of that. No. It's not because of that. It's because you brown brother, you black brother, you think with the color of your skin. And you need to get that out of you. Why is it that only white people are racist? I have never seen anybody more racist than a real Mexican in Mexico. Go to Mexico and try to tell people to speak English. You're gonna have to speak Spanish. You're gonna have to abide by the rules down there. In America, I think in America we are being very spoiled. And I don't want to talk too much about politics, but I think that the administration uh, that it's in the country right now uh, has separated us and has made us into communities of gays, communities of Hispanics, Latinos, blacks. Uh, have you noticed that even Hispanics and Latinos have a problem? If you call somebody Latino and they're Hispanic, they get upset. Fuck, they look the same to me. I believe Hispanics are Spanish descendant. I think that's where the word comes from. So I will be a Hispanic because I'm Spanish descendant. But if somebody is Italian descendant or French descendant and they speak Spanish, they're Latinos. And you have people in Puerto Rico, you have people in Cuba, that they don't want to be called Hispanics because they're above Hispanics. They're Latinos. That's why you have all the Florida people in Miami and Florida. They're all Latinos. If you don't call them Hispanic, because you'll piss them off. And I think that's bullshit. I think the common welfare comes first, and we are one. We are the people. That's what we are. Of any color, any race. And this mentality of anarchism needs to be exterminated. We need to respect authority. Because the civil code is there for us to not kill each other. And there has to be somebody administrating that. And I can only talk my experience. I have been in this country a little bit over 20 years, so I really don't know exactly what's going on. I just see, I'm trying to grow my 6 kids. I'm trying to be a productive citizen of society, and I'm seeing all these factors that I have to deal with. And I think that it is up to me to bring myself to the level of this country. It's not up to this country to come to my level of thinking. And the people that are revealing to authority, and that's why I'm so against Jorge Ramos, I'm so against George Lopez, I'm so against all these power figures in the Hispanic community, because they cultivate that attitude of revealing themselves to authority. They believe that because the color of the skin, they need to isolate themselves from the rest of us. And I don't agree with that. I really don't know what I'm saying, guys. I hope I'm making sense. My wife was crying this morning. This is cunning, baffling, and powerful. I'm not going to try to rationalize this, but I can tell you that each and one of us play a role in this. And today I decide that I am not going to think with the color of my skin. I'm going to think like the rest of the world. I'm going to be truthful with myself. And nobody is after me. It is my decisions that put me where I am. Thank you. Talk to you soon.